to season 2 of Mommy Diaries. My name, as usual, is Mami Amma Van Dyke. I'm excited to be here once again, and this time around, there's going to be a little bit of twist. It's not going to be all about babies and pregnancy, but we are going to talk about everything in general concerning mothers, from lifestyle, fashion, everything you can think about. So we promise you that this season is going to be extremely interesting. Today I have with me a very good friend of mine. She is a single mom and she's a YouTuber as well, and she's so fine. Her name is
Joan Johnson.
Oh, Joan, thank you so much for joining me today. Okay. Yes, guys, as usual, I'm coming to tell you that you're supposed to subscribe to this channel if you like the content that we are producing. Do not forget to turn on your notifications so that you are the first to know anytime we post a video. And please, do not hesitate to comment. We need your comments to be able to improve what we are doing. What's the name of your YouTube channel? J Farm. You should follow her. Yes. She has some very interesting stuff on her YouTube as well.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, Joan. So today you are here to talk about getting back into the dating game after birth.
That's very necessary.
It's necessary.
Very necessary.
So, being a single mom, going back into dating, because obviously you're a single mom because probably you're not married to your baby's daddy.
Exactly.
Okay. So, did you go back to date him, or like you guys are separated, you're dating a different person?
Well,
I don't want to know the person, but like he's not the one you're dating currently.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
So how easy was it for you?
It wasn't easy, to tell you the truth. It really wasn't easy. It was a hard time. We actually broke up when I was 7 months pregnant. It was a hard time for me. I was going through a lot of complications because of the problems we were having together. And I was advised to take away whatever is giving me that stress. And obviously it was a relationship. So yes, I had to get rid of it. 7 months pregnant. And I've been, let's say, I was single for some time.
Okay.
Because I had to devote most of my time to baby.
That's so that means that after birth you have to be single for a period.
Exactly. I was single for like 3 years.
3?
Yes, 3 years.
Wow.
I was single for 3 years.
So you were not doing the do?
Nothing.
Oh my god, you
Nothing
were
at all.
celebrating for 3 years.
Yes. I was single for 3 years. I devoted all my time, all my effort to baby until he started schooling and all that, for me to be able to go out there and also start working and all that. Although my mom was helping me, taking care of him and all that every time, but I still had to be there to make sure he has that motherly love. Yes, so for 3 years I was single. But after 3 years, I gave myself the chance to date again.
Okay.
I didn't go back to him
because
I was just dating and so much on a good note.
Yeah.
And I don't think I want such a relationship again.
Yes.
I want something different. So I got into a new one.
Okay.
And yes.
Okay. So getting into a new one, of course, it was a lot of stress for you to have even broken up with your first and having a baby, dedicating almost 3 years of your life to making sure that he grows up well, like you said, has the motherly love and all that. So I want you to encourage other single moms who probably feel like, okay, I've given birth and maybe I wouldn't be relevant on the dates. Let's say relevant when it comes to dating. Some people feel like, hey, I have a baby, with someone like me? What gave you that strength to feel like, oh, this is the time, at this time I feel it's right, I can go back into dating?
That mentality of you not being relevant to date again is you diminish. Let's say you are leveling yourself low. If you still have the self-esteem, you are beautiful as a woman. Before and after. Before and after, you are still beautiful. Some people give birth and then they lose themselves. They grow so big. I was like this before I gave birth. I've gained a bit of weight, but I am still being on my toes.
Yeah.
Because you still need to look good. You are not married yet. You need someone to get married to. It's either you're marrying the person you gave birth with or someone else, you still need to look good for that person.
And attractive.
Attractive.
So meaning
if not, they will go out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So meaning that although you have given birth, you still have to keep yourself very
Exactly.
good, like the way you were keeping yourself when you were even single to attract somebody. You should still keep yourself that way.
So if you are able to be on your toes, maybe some little bit of gymming, keeping your body in shape.
Yeah, you don't miss the gym.
Of course. Dressing so good, someone else out there will like, oh, this woman is beautiful. There are some times when I tell people I have a baby, they doubt me because I don't look like a woman who has a baby.
Yes,
I'm looking so good. I mean, what shows you have a baby? Yeah, like, please, I have a child.
Yeah,
don't go there. I have a child.
Yeah,
like okay, so how are you keeping yourself? It's about your self-esteem. Make yourself look good, attractive. Let even the woman next door see you and say, wow, this woman is beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have that self-esteem, what shows you can date someone else?
I just want to understand, I get your point. But being a single mother is difficult.
Oh, it is.
I mean, I say this because I was raised by a single mom, so I know exactly how difficult it is. Then we were even two. My mom used to sew. So as for her, when it comes to dressing and looking attractive, I think she was on point there. But also, there are people who would look at a single mom and say, you have a child, but look at the way you've dressed. So what are you investing in? There are people who actually feel like because you have given birth or because you're a single mom, you're not supposed to dress because you're supposed to invest your money into your child so that they'll grow fat and then you'll see, oh, she has taken good care of her or him. I mean, what's your perception about people who think that way?
It's their own opinion. As I'm looking good, is my child looking richer? He's not.
Okay.
He's also looking good. So that means I'm investing in both of us.
Good.
However I'm looking, my child is even looking more handsome.
Okay. So that means there should be a balance.
There should be a balance.
Okay.
We shouldn't look bad for people to say, oh, this girl, after she gave birth, she's looking so awful. Her child is looking like they don't even have money to take care of themselves. No. Be on point. Even without a man, let people know you are being on your toes. You are a woman who is strong and can be able to do it. Take care of yourself and your child.
So you need to be strong.
You need to be strong as a woman.
I would want to ask, I think maybe you might find this a bit personal, but I'd really appreciate if you can share this with me. Have you met people who you felt withdrew from you or pulled back because you told them you have a child?
Yes, a lot.
A lot? Wow. How did you take it?
Well, it was hard to deal with at first. Before, like when I started encountering that, it was hard to deal with. Like, am I not human? So because I have a child, does it mean that I'm less of a person? But I got to know that those doing that, they don't even have, let's say, I don't even know how to call it, but then they themselves, they don't have the strength to deal with a single woman. Do you know why? Because they feel they can't, she's so strong for them to deal with. A woman like that is very powerful. She's strong. For her to be able to stand on her toes and then be as good as she's looking, taking care of her own child, what can you tell her? Or what can you do for her? What can you know what I mean? She's a strong person. She's a strong woman. She's independent. You can't handle her. So that's how I took it. That because they feel I'm an independent woman, I already have I got what I want. I'm good and going. I'm not waiting on you to feed or to feed my child.
Yeah.
So they are being insecure. That's it.
So you actually told yourself that they are probably intimidated.
Exactly.
You didn't make that weigh you down?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
That's great. I love your energy. I like your positivity. And so that is why I invited you. And you haven't disappointed me at all.
Exactly.
I mean, some people need to hear these things, okay? Because I feel there are a lot of single mothers out there who want to get back into the dating game. But then sometimes they look down on themselves. There are times that they meet somebody who makes them feel like because you are a child, like they'll say, born one, so I can't date you. So, I mean, hearing from another single mom who has been able to get onto the dating game is actually very, very great. I don't know, do you have conversations with your with your son, like, okay, so I've met this guy. I know he's young, but then when your mom is seeing somebody, I mean, I told you I was raised by a single mom, so of course when my mom is seeing someone, she doesn't tell me this guy. She'll come and tell you, but then you get the vibe, you catch the sense, because every time this person is visiting your mom, you're taking her, I'm sure he gets the vibe. How does he behave when he sees like a new person in mommy's life? Is he friendly? Does he hit them?
No, he's friendly. Yes. But then before I get to tell him that, or let's say let him see that, then that means I'm sure of who I'm seeing.
Okay.
I need to be sure that this person is in for a good cause before I let him see my child, and I let my child see him.
Okay. What is the reason?
Because you can't bring in a man and say, okay, fine, this is the person I'm seeing. You tell your child, this is the person I'm seeing, and then the person starts to mess up, and you realize, no, this wasn't a good person. Then you bring in another person against you. What are you telling your child?
Yeah.
You are telling your child that mommy is kind of wayward, or like
Yeah. I get
that kind of
get
mentality to the child.
So even in going into dating as a single mom, you need to be very sure before you take the person
To see
into your child's life, before you introduce the person. So a quick one. I'm a single mom. I've come to you. I want to date. 3 strong tips for me. You've told me about attractiveness. 3 strong other tips aside attractiveness for me.
1, you have to be very prayerful. You have to be strong in your prayers. Not to meet just anybody, but then someone who understands you, loves you unconditionally, and loves your child like his. Because if you don't have this kind of person, the person will just come around just because of you and might not love a child. You will treat your child. That is very serious. So you need to be very prayerful to have someone who has the fear in the Lord to be able to take care of you and your child. Because you have a child, you're not less of a person. You are a woman, and a beautiful man as that. So just the same way he saw you and liked you, someone out there can also see you and like you. So you're not going to be less of a woman to him. Okay? That is self-esteem. Thirdly, I would say let your child be your priority. Any man that comes around, your priority has to be your child. It's either he loves your child or nothing.
Thank you. Joan, I really appreciate this. I like the fact that you are encouraging single mothers to go back into dating. But then the way they have to go about it is that they need to build a mindset of attractiveness, self-esteem. They should be prayerful about it. They should find a man who would respect them.
Yes.
And then lastly, they should make their children their priority. So you don't find love and then you abandon your children. But then you put your child first. Ensure that whoever is coming into your life loves your child as equal as he loves you or claims to love you. Joan, I have really enjoyed this conversation. It's been as real as possible. I hope that this is going to encourage some single mothers out there. It's not easy, but then when you want it, you would get it. And also, I also want to use this as a platform to advise people who shame single mothers who want to go back into dating. The fact you're enjoying yourself, you are not even a single mother, you're just a single lady enjoying yourself. You're also a married woman enjoying yourself. So what makes a single mother different from enjoying herself?
Yeah, exactly.
She also needs happiness. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves happiness. And everybody deserves sex. So allow them
Exactly.
allow them to enjoy themselves. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today on Mommy Diaries. I hope you really enjoyed this conversation. Please do also subscribe as usual, like and share your comments with us so that we are able to improve what we are sharing with you. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. And do take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And then till I'm free again, I'll bring you another video. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.